Well, hello there, friends. It's Ashley from Lovely Commotion. Thank you for joining me this Sunday. I have got my Just Slaying It shirt on. I don't know if you can see it. December is coming, like super fast. I don't know how that happened. It felt like when we were shut down for the pandemic, like life went at turtle speed. And then ever since we've been back in school, it's just been, ranking it up to rabbit speed again. It's crazy. I love the holidays, but it can be pretty stressful. Definitely pretty stressful. There are lots of things to get done, and I am already thinking about all of them. It is not even December yet, but I know that all of that busyness, all of the things I got to get done um, are coming. They're coming pretty soon. And a lot of those stem from my classroom, right? And it's stressful to me because I always like to make sure that my students are getting that holiday joy and bringing that into my classroom. And there are always lots of extra things to do during the holidays. So it starts feeling heavy, right? I have to remind me, like, push your shoulders down because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for most moms, especially a lot for teacher moms because we've got our kids at home and our kids in the classroom. And my mind just starts rambling about like parent gifts. What am I going to have my kids at school make for their parents? What materials do I need for that? Themed centers. How am I going to bring the holiday theme in? Holiday parties. We are still having our holiday parties. We're just not allowing parents in. So it'll just be me and the students. So it'll be all on me this year, which is fine. But, gathering supplies, getting a plan ready for that, uh, getting my lesson plans done, right? Just like all the other days, we got to do that. And then on the flip side, at home, you are shopping for family and friends, wrapping for them, putting up the tree, the lights, all the wonderful things. And I love all of it. I love all of it so much, but it also can stress me out if I let it. We got to cook, we got to bake. And quite frankly, for me, there's Hallmark movies I got to be watching. I've probably seen them before. The storyline's the same every time, but I still love them. And on top of all that, fun stuff, I think this is where my stressfulness comes in, is trying to keep up with the regular stuff, right? The regular stuff like cooking, shopping for groceries, chauffeuring my kids around. It's a lot. And it makes me feel exhausted before we even started. And so I'm very much apologize if I just made you feel exhausted by me rattling off all the things I have to do that you probably are going to have to do too here in the near future. And I honestly, like, my brain wanted some sort of like graphic organizer to map all this out. And usually I do map it out on paper. Like, I'll map out even what gifts I'm getting my family, what dates we need to have things done by. And it sounds super neurotic, and maybe it is, but it helps me and calms me a little bit to kind of have all my ducks in a row. But I've never really done it in my classroom. Like, I've never separated the two until just this year, because I just decided that I want to know, what do I need at school so I don't miss anything, because I have been that teacher that has been running. Actually, I sent my husband, if I'm being honest, to Walmart to buy some supply that I totally forgot to buy for the parent gift that we needed the next day. So I wanted to have kind of like a laid out plan there too. I created one. I want to share it with you because if you get as stressed as I do about getting all the things done, I'm hoping this will help. I basically kind of outlined all the things that I need, and I've got a spot for materials, because that's where I find that it's hardest for me, is remembering the things I want to do, and then also remembering, like, oh yeah, you got to bring this thing that you don't normally have in the classroom, right? Even just bringing in the Christmas tree for children to hang their own little ornaments on. And so lots of things to remember. And the older I get, the less I'm able to remember them. So graphic organizer it is. And I don't know if you'd really call it that, but it's an organizer nonetheless. And so I called it my Save My Sanity Teacher preschool teacher planner for December because I'm hoping it will save my sanity if I can just check off the boxes, maybe shop early on the things I want to do, and just get my ducks in a row. So I want to show it to you in case you wanted it. I've got it free. It's in my Teachers Pay Teacher store. But I'm just hoping maybe what I've created for myself will help you too. And I don't have this all filled out yet because I haven't made all my decisions yet. I really probably need to get on that if I want to get a head start on getting materials, but one step at a time. So I'm just going to hold this up and show you. On here it has, the first page has parent gift. And so I found ornaments on clearance, and we like the clear ones that you can fill. So we're going to do something with those. I also have done in the past like tea towels, and the students, they're kind of thin towels that you hang on your stove or whatnot, decorative. Students have drawn their family on a piece of paper, and then I went back and traced it with a Sharpie onto the tea towel. That was a lot more work on my side. I'm gonna steer away from that, but if you're interested in it, I've got a link in the description for it. But this year I'm gonna do an ornament and maybe something else. See, this is where I probably need to figure it out. And then I have a spot for like materials needed, so I know what I'm going to do, and then I've got a due date down below so that I can be like, I've got to get these things bought by this date so that we can start doing it. The next side says themes or units, so I'm just basically, and I do know these, I just haven't put them in yet. I haven't looked at the calendar dates, but we generally do a gingerbread theme to start. And then since I'm in a Christian preschool, we do a more nativity theme after that, birth of Jesus. So that's always fun. And so I'm just putting those in there so I know what I'm doing and what I'm focusing on. And then many times I'll find that I need some materials that I don't normally have on hand for my lessons. Like in the gingerbread unit, I also have it on TPT. I think I linked it here in the description, but I needed like a real gingerbread cookie because we did gingerbread 5 senses and we did an experiment with them. And so that's not something I normally, have in my classroom is gingerbread cookies. And so I usually have to go buy those at the store. We usually do like a gingerbread man hunt with a real big, large cookie. So I have to get that ready. Anything that I need for my whole group or my small group. And these are the things I usually forget. Like I go, oh, I forgot to pick up blah, 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 or I forgot to go gather this from, home or the storage room or whatnot. So there's a spot for lesson plans, materials needed, both whole group and small group. So you can just kind of list them there, like as you're going through your lesson plans and making them. What I was going to do is get my lesson plans, start writing them, and then when it came up with something I needed, just jot it down on this list so I wouldn't forget it. And then the second page is all about centers. I like to bring my themes into my centers. And so this one has like 9 boxes on it, and the bottom says materials needed. And so here you can just jot down what center it is and how you're going to change it or add to it. So in the dramatic play, we usually do like a holiday shop where they've got the wrapping paper and the scissors, and they can practice wrapping boxes or blocks or things like that. And let's see, of course, in the art center, I add lots of different holiday things like cookie cutters for them to trace or paint with, stickers. Oh, I can't think off the top of my head all the different cutouts of different shapes, any stencils I might have, any stamps I might have, all those things going right into the art center. And I also like to put out my tree so that they can make ornaments. So I make sure to have like a hole punch and like pipe cleaners, and I show them how to kind of make a hanger for the ornaments so they can go hang it on our classroom tree. So I got to make sure I have my tree out. Since we do nativity, I use the really cute Fisher-Price nativity set, and so I've got to have that out for the block center. And so usually I'll do my light table and add some see-through. They're like that table scatter that's see-through in red and green, and just all different types of things like that. Adding some jingle bells in the science center. So all those things I want to do and add, I want to put on this list. So I make sure to gather those things because they're just not normal things that I would normally have in my classroom. And then there's a third page for you and me, is my student gift to them. So we usually do a book and a treat bag, and I always like to give them a holiday note too. So if their parents like to keep those type of things, they can see their first holiday note from their probably first teacher, most likely. And I've got materials needed there and the due date, and then there's donation requests too, and date to send the request and date you're needing that. So many times this will be things I'll ask parents for the holiday party, or I may need more wrapping paper or tape for one of our dramatic play centers. And so I can put in those donation requests, and it just reminds me that, oh yes, I need to ask for this, this, and this. And then there's a notes section as well. And this is where I will probably put my party information. I know not everybody does holiday parties, but I like to just always have a kind of crafty thing to do, a game, and we usually do some nativity type crafts, and we do our own little play too. So I want to have all that down too, so that I know what I need to ask parents for and what I need to gather for myself, because there's a lot of moving pieces at Christmas, even more than normal. And so I'm hoping this will just get my brain in where it needs to be and make sure that I have everything I need without running around the night before and trying to do it, because sometimes I procrastinate like that. If that is not you, I so envy you. But if it is, hey, go grab this from my Teacher's Pay Teacher store. Maybe it will help you save your sanity, because that's what I'm hoping it's going to do for me. So, always pop back in. If you download it, pop back in and let me know, like, did this help you? Because I already know this is going to help me, because just getting it out on paper and out of here and on paper already makes me feel a lot less stressed and a lot more organized, and like I can tackle it. But when it's all up here and I'm just like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, shoulders go up. So I'm hoping this will be helpful for you. You can feel free to grab it. There's also some other links in the description that might be helpful for you while you're planning out your December. And so you can just kind of get a head start, get ready for it, and at least have the classroom side of your December kind of laid out, and you know what you need. So I'm hoping this helps. Leave me a comment if you downloaded. Let me know. I would love to know if this is helpful for you, if this is something that you struggle with too, just the mind going in 5 million different directions. I'd love to know if it's not just me. So drop me a comment. Let me know if you download this. And yeah, that's about it. So have a great day. Have a great day, guys. And happy almost December.